Hello and welcome everyone. In this video we are going to make a sentiment analysis project using Python and deep learning. So without wasting time, let's begin the project. So I had already downloaded the dataset. It is here and let me show you it in Excel. So here it is. We have 24,971 columns, 24,971 rows, and there is 9 column. This is a Twitter dataset having the text columns and the sentiments which we will categorize, and the emotions having their score respectively. So let's go to the Visual Studio Code. So here is my dataset and this is the training file. In the first cell I am just importing the required modules, which are TensorFlow, NumPy, Scikit-learn, OS, CV2, Pandas, TensorFlow Hub, Hub, TensorFlow Text, and the TensorFlow Keras for models and layer. So, and in the next cell I just reading the dataset using Pandas library. Let me show you here I had read the dataset using Pandas library and store those in df. Here you can see top 5 rows. So what are the required columns to make sentiment analysis model from this dataset? So first we need the text column, and for the sentiment analysis we need the sentiment column. These two are our required columns for sentiment analysis project. So here we extract the column out. Here you can see we just extract the text column to the x variable and sentiment column, this sentiment column to the y variable. We use and you can see the Unix variable are present in the sentiment column. So we got our classes that are neutral, positive and negative, and in next cell we are defining the classes variable to list these 3 classes. And after that we are just looking their shapes, and the shapes are equal. It means that there is no null data. And now we are converting the x and y to NumPy array. Here we just converted the x and y to NumPy array. Okay, so this cell is not required for it because here we converted the data frame to NumPy array, and again we don't need to convert it into data frame, so I had removed that cell. Then we are initializing the BERT model to process our text to a numerical value, and I think you guys know that the device only understand value between 1 and 0. So because of that we are converting our string. You can see here our text column is full of string, and we are converting it into numerical list using BERT. So for the very first time if you are running it, then it will take you quite time because in the background this is downloading the BERT model from internet to your local device. So for the first time it will take you quite time, and later on it will run fast. Then we are converting our classes you can see here our classes is in string format, and we must change the string to numerical value. So what we are doing here is that we are just numbering the classes between 0 to 1. It means that 0 will refer to neutral, and 1 will refer to positive, and 2 will refer to negative. So append a new element which will be in integer format to new while list, and after that we are converting the list to a numpy array, and after that we just compare the new by shape with x shapes, and you can see that they are similar. After that we are using scikit-learn for train and test split. Okay, so from the line, from the code, we are getting our train data, test data, white train and white test. So let's check out their shapes. Yeah, you can now compare that x train is equal to white train, and x test is equal to white test. Let us see the data how it look like. Yeah, so you can see that in our x train list, in the first first element we have a string data. Yeah, and after that in the y train, in the first element we have the level is 2. It means that the string referred to negative class. Yeah, so after that we are creating our neural network layers. So in the first we are initializing the input layer, and after that we are initializing the word processing layer, and then we are initializing the word encoder layer, which will encode our string data, which will encode our string data to a numerical data, and after that we need the numericals in sequence output. So we are calling a sequence output, and in the PO our data will be stored, and then we are using a bidirectional GRU layer for a great accuracy. We are using it 2 times, and after that we are using 1D convolutional layer, which will also help us in increasing accuracy. And you can see that in all the hidden layer I am using the activation function as relu. You can try the different one, but I will prefer to use the relu one. And here we are flattening the data into 1D array. After that we are using a dropout layer of 0.2. Then we are using some dense layer, and at the last we are using the 3 neuron dense layer with activation function as softmax. We are using softmax because you guys know that the output of the softmax will, the sum of the output of the softmax will always equal to 1. It means that if I have the 3 neuron, then I will get the 3 element in a list. Let's say it 0.2, 0.3 and 0.5. The summation of this element will be always equal to 1. this is the features of softmax. And you can see that we have three classes here. That's why we are using three neuron here. Then we are initializing the layer into a model. We are giving the parameter inputs as text input because text input contains our input layer, and the L, this L contains our output layer, so we are using L in outputs parameter. So let's run it. So it is a categorical project, so that's why we are using first categorical cross entropy with having optimizer Adam and matrix accuracy. And then we are seeing the summary of the model. You can see that we have, how much is that, 18,79,619 trainable parameter, and non-trainable are this much, and total parameter is this much. And now it's the time to train the model. We are using the base size of 80 and a epoch of 30, and obviously we will train the model in train data, so that's why x train and y train we are giving as the x and y parameter. So let's train it. Okay, I am not going to train this as I had already trained these two models, one on the basis of Twitter data and one on the Reddit data. And the good news is that I am going to give you these two models. You can just go to my GitHub account. Here you will find the segment analysis project, and here you can download these two models. And you can read the readme file if you want. Here is some example and something about and something more about the two model. You can see that the model which is trained on Twitter data has reached to accuracy 84% and have a loss of 0.51. Same, the Reddit model has reached the accuracy up to 84% and had a loss of 0.82. Here we use the first categorical cross entropy loss function, and in the last layer we use the softmax. And the BERT model by default gives you a length of 768. So here you can see some example, and in this project I use this library. So you can just download this model from this GitHub page, from my GitHub account, and you can use it later on. So, and after that, what we are doing after training the model, we are evaluating the model here. And after the evaluation, we just save the model into a file to our local device, so that we can use the model in later on for the project. And after saving the model, we are just testing some random input that the model is predicting out with a good accuracy or not. In a correct format, in a correct form or not. So let me clear all the outputs because we don't need it, and close the file. And after that, we have the GUI format of this model. Let me run it out. You can download all the source code from the GitHub account. Here is the link. You can go to the you can go to the link and download the source code. So the GUI is running. So here the program has run successfully. Here it is. So let's try something. Hey, how are you? Let's classify the statement using Twitter, using the model trained on Twitter dataset. So for the first time it will take a quite time. Yeah, you can see that the model predicting the sentence as neutral with 89%, and let's try it. The model trained on Reddit data. You can see that the model predicting the text as positive 63%. I don't think it is a positive statement, it is a neutral statement which the model trained on Twitter data is predicting with a good accuracy. Yeah, you can see that neutral data. This is because you can see in the GitHub page that the model trained on Twitter data has a loss of 0.51%, and the model trained on Reddit data has a loss of 0.82%. So obviously the Twitter dataset model will be a good choice. So let's try something different from it. Okay, now you can see that the model predicting the text as positive with 99% accuracy. Let's try it using the Reddit model. Yeah, this model is predicting positive 100%. So the statement is positive, and let's change the go with bert. You can see it is negative with 99%. Now let's try to confuse our model. So you can see that I just try to confuse the model with this statement. I am good, but there is a small problem in my happy life, and the model is predicting the statement as negative. Let me try something different. Yeah, the statement is positive. Let me add something to it. Okay, so I had written the chip spelling wrong. Correcting the spelling, you can see the accuracy increased up to 82%, and let me add something to it. Okay, you can see that the model get confused. Okay, you can see that the model is predicting the statement as negative with the accuracy of 99%. Let's try it with the model 1. Yeah, the model is also predicting as negative. You can see here that the Twitter model has only trained for 34, and this data is the Twitter's data. You can try to train a model up to using 35 or 44 using this data set, then it will give a good accuracy. and a better loss. So you can try that in home, but now if you want to use this to model, then you can just download it and use it. Okay, so that is for the today.